Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you guys stopping by. I'm just sort of going through the muscadines, trying to gather me up a lunch, which will be a large bucket of muscadines. I will eat on them all night while I drive tonight. For one thing, they help keep me awake. They're sugary, delicious. These are our muscadine grapes for you guys that are brand new to the channel. They're coming to an end. It's getting towards the end of the season, so I'm trying to make sure I get every last one that hasn't gone bad so far. I got some that's been going bad. They're getting on that little, they've done reached the peak, I think, and it's headed down the hill. But what I wanted to do today was play a little bit. It's been, the last 2 days have been raining, really gloomy. I hadn't had a chance to do anything. It's still gloomy, but the rain stopped. So what I want to do is get down to the lake today, clean out the lake a little bit. Last time I fished, since I built that new dock, I couldn't hardly get any fish in. I bet I lost 10 fish getting them hung up in the lily pads. So today we're going to get out there and try to clean up the lily pads. And I got some brush that's grown up, little saplings and stuff that's actually grown up in the water. I'm going to cut all them out. Just get out there and get a little gross today. I'm not really looking forward to this. I put my sandals on. I'm gonna have my sandals on while I'm out there because people have been fishing there for years, and I'm not sure how many hooks and stuff are out there in the water because we ain't the only ones that lived here. This place has been here for a long time. But stick around. We're gonna head to the lake and let the dogs run around. Mia is finally done with her little cycle. So her and Odin are back to playing again. Odin actually leaves to go to training in 2 days. So stay tuned for that. We're going to video a lot of that. I want to introduce you guys to a great trainer out here in Georgia. They also have a YouTube channel. So stick around. Later in the week, I'll put a video out on that. But for right now, we're headed to the lake. Let's go. Coming down here to the lake. As you can see, got a few lily pads. I want to clean up what's in front right here, so when my grandkids come down here, they can get their fish in. I can also get my fish in. It's really awesome. I sat down here the other day, and the fish are just jumping everywhere. Mia, come here. Let's see before I get down there and spook them all. The feeder must have just went off. It's 1 o'clock, the feeder went off. When the feeder goes off, the fish go crazy. Take you guys down here and let y'all check it out. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's feed all over the place. You can see where the fish are just, oh, there's a turtle. He's seen us. Yeah, the feeder went off and the fish are loving it. I came out here the day after I built the dock. I just put that video out a few days ago. The day after I built, I've been eating muscadines. The day I built that dock, I came out here a couple days later and I was catching just giant bluegill. I had an awesome time. I didn't video or anything. I just wanted to spend the day to myself, sitting out here just relaxing. And I caught a ton of bluegill, big hands, I mean really nice bluegill, and I just had an absolute wonderful day. I want to do it again and video it, but I want to do it with my grandkids. I did go down through here and cut the bank. I took the tractor and come down here with a lawnmower and I cut the bank, got it all cleaned up, cut all up the hill. Didn't take maybe 20 minutes, get it all cleaned up really nice. So that's going to turn out really good. Really good. That's going to turn out really pretty. I'm excited about that. But what I want to do today is I want to get out here and cut these sticks out. These are just some old dead saplings that had died, and I want to cut some of these out. And I got some shears. I want to get out here and cut some of these lily pads back. Just go underwater and do some snipping underwater. Just this little area right here. So when we catch a fish, we can get the fish in. I bet I lost 10 fish that day. Every one you would catch would go straight to the lily pads, and then of course swim around a whole patch of lily pads, and then you couldn't get them in. So it was really a pain in the butt. I'm a little nervous. This lake's freaky. See, I call it the swamp. It's kind of like a swamp with all these lily pads, and then of course we're catching snapping turtles and stuff out here. But nothing really to worry about. I'm gonna get out here real quick and cut this stuff out. All right, well, just a fun, quick little video. Not much to it. Just wanted to take you guys along on our little dock adventure. For you guys that are keeping up with our channel, we built this dock just last week, and I have really been enjoying it. Catching fish. The feeder's been just really feeding the fish a lot better. When I come down the hill, I couldn't beat up. There were fish just jumping everywhere. And the feeder's working a lot better. And cleaning out a lot of these lily pads is really going to help. I really couldn't get out here and tell what I cut and what I hadn't. Everything. Once you cut it, it just all floats to the top, and you can't tell what you cut and what you had. So I was just underwater, just clipping. But as far as this little area right here, I think that's the best way to do it. Now, some people spray. These lily pads down in the south, they are horrible. And I guess they get brought in by the birds, because we have a bunch of these blue herons. There's a lake down here that this lake feeds into, and this blue heron, he comes back and forth every day. He's over. Then now we got a white one that comes, and so these birds bring in a lot of stuff. I think they get it on their feet and they bring it in. That's my that's my scientific guess. But because when we first moved here, we didn't have lily pads, and the neighbor picks at me. He says the lily pads didn't come till I moved in. There's something about me bringing these lily pads. But anyway, they're a pain in the butt. They're really a pain, and if you don't stay on top of them, they'll cover your whole lake. There's one down the road. It is huge. It's probably a 100-acre lake, and it looks like it's just a stream going through the middle. It's nothing but lily pads because he's never done anything about it. Now you can get out here and spray these lily pads with an aquatic spray, and believe it or not, I do that. I'm not organic at all. I'm not organic out here. I do what it takes to get the job done, because if not, I'll lose my lake. This is a real shallow lake. Y'all can see I was 20, 30 foot out, and I wasn't chest deep. It's a really shallow lake. You could basically, from here, you could basically walk all the way across. It might get over your head in the middle, but you can walk all the way. The deepest part's at the dam, and it may be 8 foot deep. It's just not really a deep lake, and so these lily pads can really get out of control. And I'll spray maybe once, sometimes twice a year out here, because they get really bad. They grow so fast. It's really, really crazy. But anyway, thank you guys for coming along. That was super fun. Hopefully make a video coming up with fishing. I want to show you guys the fish we got here. Now, we stocked this thing with 1,000 catfish, and I have yet to catch one. It's been since April. They should be about a pound right now, what the fish farmer told me, but I have yet to catch a channel cat. We catch these mud cats. Mason caught one last week, a big old mud cat, and we lost it in the lily pads right at the bank. But we got some really big mud, what I call mud cats. But I want to start catching these channel cats, and hopefully getting rid of these lily pads will help us out a little bit. I'm hoping they float up to the bank and just sort of die down. I'm sure they will in the next few days. But anyway, that was a lot of fun. I think that's probably my second time swimming in the lake. That lake really freaks me out. It's really a gross little lake. It's not that clean of a lake. But anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you guys for coming along. Do me a favor, click that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to my channel. We have a lot of fun out here on the farm. I want to do another fishing video. We got eggs on the incubator. Hopefully they'll be hatching real soon. Love to take you guys along for all that. Also, leave me a comment. If you have an easy way to get rid of these lily pads, let me know. I thought about trying the salt and vinegar thing. I'm not sure how that would work. I seen Jared Crocker use that on along his fence, but I don't want to start doing that on my fence and stuff, rotting out my fence. But it may work on these lily pads. I'm curious if that salt vinegar. I may do an experiment with that this week. I think that would be fun. I think I may try that, but I'm not sure what it'll do to my lake. But anyway, love you guys to death. Thank you so much for coming along, and we will see y'all on the next video.